Hey, what's going on, Dragon Ball fam? 87 here, Team 14 Captain, coming at you live today with another deck profile. This deck profile will be of the Demigra. It's gonna be an upgraded Demigra deck profile that I used to get second place at the Gamers event. It was myself, Justin Rios, and Jonathan Rodriguez on the team, and we only lost to the first place team, which was consisting of Dehan, Butters, and One Brand. So this deck I feel is very slept on this format, especially with all the hatch running around. I ask myself, why don't people just play Demigra? In my opinion, it's just an overall better leader. Yeah, the hatch has a Nimbus effect, but this card is just like the deck itself is just insane. There's only one deck I plan on returning to that spams way more battle cards than this, and I don't know, man. The advantage we get off of it is just insane in my opinion. So let's get into it. The Demigra leader, when you attack the leader, you get to mill 3 cards. If all of them are black, the 3 cards you mill are black, you draw a card. Awaken, you untap 2, flip it over. Awaken side, you attack the leader, you draw 1. You also have an ability to put up to 3 cards from your warp back to your drop. And that's very useful. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So, the first 4 cards I'm going to show you is going to be the Supreme Kai Choice Time. You need this because you need to find your pieces. Like, I want to make this deck as consistent as possible. And consistency to me is in rows of 4 and 3s because you want to see your guys be able to charge what you don't need. So I use the Supreme Kai, just filter my cards. You want to see Poutine, you want to see the Demigras in your hand, essentially. If you can't get the Demigras, you want to get the next best thing, which is Poutines, because Poutines get to search the Demigras. And you just want to keep it as consistent as possible. And then run 4 of these. Next 4 cards are going to be the 4 obvious super combos. You have to run 4 super combos, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Make sure you guys run the new ones, the ones that are the 0.5Ks, not the sparking ones. You have to run, not the 0.5Ks, the 0.10Ks, base, like this. The reason being is because sometimes you want to defend yourself super early against Baby Vegeta and they'll try to push for 20, you want to get 25. You really want to defend your life against that deck because the only thing that could kill you versus that deck is going to be if you start killing yourself early and you don't want to do that. The next 4 cards, I'll usually hold it for Baby Vegeta, because once you survive that, the crackback with this deck is super insane, because they're usually tapped out, are going to be your 4 Power Bursts. So the 4 Power Bursts, in my opinion, are a staple, because of the next 4 cards I'm going to show you. The next 4 cards, in my opinion, are highly underrated in this format. Is going to be the 1-drop Mad Saiyans. This is why I love this deck way more than I love the Hatchak deck, because this card single-handedly shuts down that deck, like point blank period. Yes, they could have Crisis Crusher, but you have wasted out Crisis Crusher. And this right here, Crisis Crusher can only pop 1 at a time, and they have to control nothing on board. So they already had the free blocker on board. All you have to do is just sit on this bad boy. You have to wait till their board clears in order for Crisis Crusher to be a 1-drop, or else they would have to pay 3. This guy is just super insane, because if you want to die roll against Baby Vegeta, if they do the Dr. Mew play and try to bring this boy out, they have to pitch 2 first. If you go against the token deck, it's auto GG. Like, my turn 1 play, I always mull for this and try to find and put it down. Unless the matchup is just, they're not going to do anything like that. But this also helps you awakening when you want to awaken and stuff like that. So, love this card. Play that 4. Next 4 cards are going to be the Demigra. This card right here, boy, this is what makes this deck just borderline just insane. Right here, guy, I'll tell you what, when you burst your 2, make sure you take 1 life. Don't be greedy and take 2. Especially against Baby Vegeta, because they will love it, laugh at you, and then literally push your stuff in the next turn. Like, it's going to be bad. Make sure you take 1. You set your life up for next turn. If you want to do it again, you take another 1 life. You can defend yourself, and you will apply insane amount of pressure. The only thing that will stop you holding your tracks would probably be a Nimbus and unexpected turn. The reason why I don't say Topo is because I do run 2 of these. I was thinking about even bumping it up to 3, but right now, I don't see what I'm going to take out. So I still have these at 2, because when you're going in for a game, guys, Topo will stop you. But if you have this, it's pretty much GG from there. So run 2 of these to make sure you can just have your OTK push. Alright, going back to, I run 4 of this. The targets for this are going to be the 4 Gravy. It's literally a 20k beach stick, followed by the 4 Poutines. The Poutine is just allowing you to search for an additional 5k. I rarely attack with this. It's a 5k combo for my turn, so I can defend against Baby Vegeta. And allows me to search a Demigra for next turn. So the next 4 cards I actually don't have. I have to give them back. But it's going to be the the 4 Demigras is going to be from the power booster. It's the one where you could overwhelm and then you could tap. You reduce the cost of the Demigras to be able to play this on top of it. The reason why I love this card so much, it allows you to have so many different lines of play. Because once you play this, and this is, you can go fetch this from your warp and play this as well. These guys will clear the field as well as clear a card from your opponent's hand. And when you attack with it, I played 4 of these by the way. When you attack with it, if your opponent gives you a card, because when you attack with it, your opponent has to warp a card. If that card is a battle card, you get to combo with it. It's just free combo fodder for this. It's already 20k base, so it's pretty insane, guys. Now, the real reason why I really love this deck is going to be for these. This guy allows you to put in so much damage because it's not once per turn, guys. So, especially with the Demigra leader, which this is why I told you I love this, the Awaken side of it, when you're allowed to put 3 cards from your warp back in your drop, if you have these guys in multiples, you can just keep doing it, which is super insane. And with the way things are ruled with between 3 and 7 includes 3 and 7, to me it shouldn't be like that. It should be everything in between 3 and 7, which is 4, 5, and 6. But if you want to include 3 and 7, it just makes this deck so busted. Especially if you just pitch a card you don't need and now it's a 15k guy. It's just, guys, this card is insane. This card will push you over edge because you feel like, hey, I could just take the damage because my opponent is tapped out. He used it to maybe burst the 2 cards and take 1 life, so he's tapped out, he can't finish me. And I just start dropping these guys like a top from hand, and it gets insane quickly, guys. Followed by the next 3 cards. The next 3 cards are going to be the Banisher Food. I literally had this because you have to respect Hatch. Yes, the 1-drop Mass Sand does slow it down a lot, but the killer for Hatch is actually going to be these guys. Because these guys will stunt them until you have this. Like I said, they don't have Crisis Crusher. These guys will literally hold you till turn 4. And another reason why you want to run these at 3 is because when you attack with your leader, in order to gain your advantage to draw a card on the unawakened side, you have to attack the leader and you have to mill 3 cards. So you don't want to play 2 and then mill 2, and it's like, well, damn, your win con against Hatch is gone, or your win con against anything non-yellow is gone technically. Because the thing that really stops is time magic. I mean, Topo, you could push your Topo because your hand size in this deck as well is insane. So, it's pretty good. The next final card I run is going to be the only card that is not black in this deck. If you open with this or you mow for it, it's great because you know whenever you attack with your leader unawakened, you're going to draw a card regardless because the rest of your cards are black. This just steals games because your opponent is like, okay, cool. Your opponent, this guy is playing all black cards. I don't have to worry about double strike. I'm at 2 life. I'm just gonna go take the life. You count on your entire hand and just count with a Champa, and it's like, well, damn, he plays the Champa, and it's only a 1-up, guys. So like, you don't want to clog your, I don't know, because like this guy, you'd be surprised how many times he gets milled, even though you only play 1, and this just steals games. So if you guys don't want to play this and you guys want to play a straight black deck, I would advise that you guys put, where is that bad boy? And it disappeared. But I would advise that you guys put the Super Kamehameha in. Because the Kamehameha, like I said, guys, that's one of the key things that will literally slow your opponent. That will slow you down is if your opponent topos you. Because you really don't want to get rid of your hand advantage. But if you're pushing for a game and you know you have it, hand advantage doesn't matter if they don't have it next turn if you get Spine Drift. So this, guys, is the only thing I'd replace this with, but in my opinion, you should always see the Champa because you'll always find yourself in a position where, hey, your opponent's at 3 and you can just push for a game. So play this. If I were to put this at 3, I would probably, I don't know, guys. It's really tight space. I'd probably cut one of these out and put this at 3 because this guy is really important. Like, you want to see it. So, and the way it's true, like I said, between 3 and 7, you can technically just combo this off, and then now that's one of your guys in there. So that's why I said this is the only card I would try to bump up. I honestly don't have space to do it. So once again, that's the Demigra deck that I use at the Games of Gamerz. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave it in the comment section below and let us know what video you want to see next. I can show you guys gameplay with this. This is the only deck I haven't had actually gameplay with it recorded. I played with this deck. Like, it's insane. I play against Marquise all the time on Untap and Octagon. If you guys want to see live gameplay of this, just let me know and I'll put it down there. I have the Golden Frieza matchup posted, the Broly matchup posted, everything. So, you guys, thank you for enjoying the video. See you later.